And because of those repairs, well, you're just going to want to avoid this area. Where I'm standing right now, this is South Boulevard between John R. and DeQuinter. But actually, let me spin you around here. We'll take a look. You can see traffic is already being affected off in the distance. There was also road construction already going on in this area. So as we approach the 5 o'clock hour, you can only imagine the traffic is going to be a mess in this area as well. As for the water, the boil water advisory, we're talking about water safety here. So that is an entirely different situation, and people are dealing with it in a variety of ways. One day makes all the difference. The crater left by a 7-foot water main break remains, but the water we saw this weekend, no longer an issue. It's the water inside some Troy homes that's the concern now. A boil water advisory still in effect.
I don't see any yellow or brown or anything.
John Spudich tells me the boil water advisory doesn't bother him as far as cooking. He tells me he's more of a bottled water guy anyways.
The water pressure was definitely different. We left at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work, and even then it was low.
Businesses are a different story. At Somerset North, it looks like business as usual from the outside, but each restaurant inside closed their doors for the day.
The show must go on.
Up the street, businesses are more hit and miss. Blake Kanar runs this Papa Romana's in the boil water advisory area. He's stocked up on bottled water. Whether it's his sauce or the dough, nothing he uses in his food will come from the tap. For those using that tap water, make sure you bring that water to a boil. The recommendation is to boil the water for at least 1 minute before you let it cool. The main thing the water comes into play for is brushing your teeth, washing dishes, or in the case of Kanar's Pizza Place, food prep.
So this is definitely a rare occasion, but I've dealt with this at home. So just, use some common sense, and
Now, I have been in contact with Troy Public Works. You can see the construction continues, and it will continue until Wednesday or Thursday afternoon. At the earliest, that's when they tell me they'd probably be wrapping up now. I do want to point out Rochester Hills, that section of this boil water advisory, they have lifted theirs, but Troy, I'm told, will have to wait until tomorrow at the earliest when they can lift their boil water advisory. So I'm going to tell you, it's a good idea to head on over to WXYZ.com. We posted the map, and it's a very different map where it kind of hinges up and down different roads, so you'll want to make sure that you're not in that boil water advisory, because if you are, you're stuck in it through at least the rest of the night. Reporting live in Troy for the Now Detroit, I'm Matthew Smith.
All right, Matthew, thank you so very much.